from the WTXL studios, this is ABC 27's News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Rahman Johnson. You're inside the news at 5:30. Tonight, new procedures are in effect for all of Tallahassee Police Department. Now, the police are told to avoid using force while making arrests. That's in the wake of the controversy over the DUI arrest of Christina West. Our media partner at the Tallahassee Democrat reports that TPD is now instructing officers to verbally de-escalate situations where force could potentially be used. It's part of a new emphasis on avoiding injuries to suspects and officers. Now, the policy change was ordered by the interim police chief, Tom Coe. The change comes after the controversial arrest again of Christina West back in August. Now, joining us now on the phone is the chief of police in Midway, Jerome Turner. Chief Turner, are you there?
Yes.
Thanks so much for joining me. And one of the things that you and I chatted about it earlier is there's something called the use of force matrix. Walk us through what exactly that is.
The matrix is something that was derived probably about 50 or so years ago. But it's something that it was just a background or whatnot, exactly of what use of force is, and kind of like more so of a clear-cut picture of an if and when scenario. But of course, the recent changes in society, of course, have allowed for many agencies to, of course, look at what is considered the totality of circumstances. So a lot of agencies have, of course, moved away from that use of force matrix, and of course the state of Florida has moved away from it as well, and we take more of a reasonable, objective approach. And that's something, of course, that most agencies are utilizing now, and it just, of course, we're modifying it more and more because every day you have a very different experience in each situation. So you're always modifying that actual use of force matrix on a continual basis.
And I guess what could the thing could be what happens in Midway or works in Midway may not work for another part of even Gadsden County.
Correct, and you're totally right on that. And, of course, it definitely just depends on the scenario, the officer, the circumstances that surround it. So one thing, of course, that I did when I changed policies here was to ensure that officers knew that I would always look at the totality of circumstances as they related to the entire situation versus a if and when scenario, which, of course, is how the initial use of force matrix was actually made. I look at the entire scenario, the entire situation, and then, of course, I can actually modify or be able to justify whether or not the use of force that was used, whether it was appropriate or not.
Chief Turner, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We'll be looking closely at this situation. Again, that's Chief Jerome Turner, who is the chief of police in Midway, Florida. Now,